Hello, this is Chris, also known as Alaskan on the laserpointerforums.com group. I wanted to show off some work that I had done for me in Vietnam at a very good price by a member named Trin Hong Thuc, P-H-O-C, or you know what, I'll just leave his name in the description of this video because I probably messed up his pronunciation terribly, but these are rather large compared to most laser pointers, but what I wanted was something that had plenty of room to have an optical cavity in it for combining two of the NUBM44 7-watt output 450 nanometer blue laser diodes, currently known as the world's most powerful visible spectrum laser diode that you can buy. Whether that claim is true, I don't know, but I've not seen anything more powerful. I still think it holds true now in September of 2019. One of these has all the copper mounting assemblies for the optics and the PBS cube and the mirrors, as well as the assembly to hold the laser diodes that Trin made for me. And the other one is just empty. I pulled out all the copper goodies inside so that I could use it to build something else. I had 5 of these made. I gave 1 away. I have 4 more that I'm keeping for myself. I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this apart while holding my cell phone at the same time. It's gonna be difficult. Okay, I'll just put it under my arm. Oops, wrong part's coming apart. There we go. Okay, here's the one I took apart. Removed all the copper assemblies for the optics because I want to put something else in it. But there's plenty of room in there, as you can see. This outer tube has been cut for heat sinking. It won't do a whole lot of advantage having those grooves machined into it, but I like the way it looks. What this will hold are 3 Li-ion 26650 batteries, and those are each one fully charged. They're about 4.2 volts, so that's over 12 volts of power. So for me to use this with the laser diode in the head end here, I'll have to have a driver that will take more than 12 volts. I'll have to go ahead and try to take this apart some more. This one has a little bit larger battery or handle battery tube than the others he made. I don't know why. I don't mind. I like larger hosts, as you can probably tell. But I just put these batteries in here just to show you. Obviously, there's nothing to run with. But there it is, down through the center. You can see all the way through to the end. You put a switch in here for me, and there's also one in the end cap over here. I like to have 2 switches in all my hosts as it's an added measure for safety in case I accidentally hit the momentary switch and when I shouldn't be, you know, like in my face. So that helps a little bit. Of course, you could forget and leave that on too and still do it. All right, I'm going to take apart this other one that has the copper optical assembly in here. Yeah, it's coming apart. Okay, there's that tube off. All right, there it is. This guy did a great job with all this stuff. He made some custom mounts for the diodes there. You see these two? For the 2 NUBM44s. with some nice swiveling, I don't think you can see it, there you can, copper discs in there, and so that you can properly center both diodes. He didn't have to make this one part exactly like this, so they're so similar. He wanted consistency, but this is for the wave plate so that the diodes can combine into a PBS cube here properly, overlapping perfectly so you don't have an X, because the polarities otherwise would X like this together. When you have that wave plate in there, it lines them both up to be overlapping each other perfectly, so you'll just have one bar instead of two, like a plus sign. This here was made for a set of cylinder lenses to correct the beam shape from the rather wide rectangle you'll get with the output of one of these diodes to more of a square shape, which is ideal. This here is just for a turning mirror, so the beam shoots into that and then over into the PBS cube. The other one shoots into this side of the PBS cube, and they go out through the 6X beam correction cylinders, optics. And then they shoot out the end, of course. I really like this design. It's really, really nice. And his price was great. You can't get work done like this in the States for what he does it for. It's really awesome. Okay, I have a new host I'll show you. I just received it in the mail yesterday. I have all the parts for it to complete it, like the switch that goes here. But this is heavy. I don't know what it weighs. I didn't weigh it. It's probably around 2 pounds or more. I had put in a 25 millimeter DTR laser diode mount, and it fell all the way through because I didn't put the set screw on it. That's what you heard. You gotta be really careful with these copper guys. You drop it, it's bent. Gotta take real good care of them. But the 25 millimeter diode mount module with a shelf for a driver there, inserts in the front here. What I really like about this is that goes quite deep, that hole. I could actually, instead of using this 25 millimeter diode mount, I could make a larger piece of copper or maybe aluminum with a beam correction optics cylinder pair to put inside of here as done in the front of this one. I think there's enough room to do that, and I might just do that. But this thing is, considering all this heat sinking here and the copper and all the rest of the copper when it's threaded onto the handle, I don't think there's going to be a heating problem with this guy. But this one also takes 650 batteries. It's a monster. And I'm not going to tell you how many of these I had built because everyone's going to ask for one. I don't know if I want to give away any of those, but I just received that. Very happy with that. That was made by another man in Vietnam. It took me about more than 3 months to get this from the time of ordering it. He does everything with CNC mill. Well, I shouldn't call it CNC. I don't think it is CNC. I think it's actually manual mill. But I think it has some controls for stepper motors, but I believe a lot of the work is done manually. And they're really almost identical, all three of them. There's that switch I like to have. He sent all the parts I need to finish it inside. I just need to put the diode module in. So there you go, some really cool stuff I just got. Thought you'd like to see it. I'll show these again when they're completed sometime in the future, which at the speed I usually go with project could be a while, but wanted to give you a quick view of what I'm doing right now. Thanks, guys.